fix that already. What are you doing? So hello guys, we're doing some weird shit tonight. Gotta put that up there. And that looks weird as hell. But it's fine, it's fine. Drop that. Find the first
Number
one.
15. So this is an illusion that maybe you can help me figure out. A girl stands with her back turned and then somehow levitates, completely suspended in midair for nearly 20 seconds before coming down. Obviously, this has to be an illusion, because if she could really do this, she would do it facing us to prove it's real. The only thing I can't figure out is how she's able to do this at all. Looking at her shadows, it's clear that her feet are not touching the ground. I also notice a thin shadow that seems to connect her to the counter. I don't know what this object is, but I know it's not her arms. Here she puts her arms at her sides, and the shadow doesn't go away until well after. With that said, what do you think this could be? Number 14. For years now, strange unidentifiable lights have been sighted over the Hawaiian city of Oahu, gradually changing appearances each time, but always making the heart race of whoever lays eyes upon it. This white squiggly shape is what they look like in 2014. It almost looks like it could be flares here, but I'm not so sure. One of the clearest and most popular videos comes from Mash Hate, who observed the Oahu lights as oversized orange orbs that seemingly replicate and grow in the sky from nothing. Soon they faded back into obscurity as...
What would you guys do if you seen some big ass lights just shining down?
Man, go inside.
Go inside. You just gonna go inside.
Yeah. Like that.
You just gonna. What is going inside gonna do?
I'm dying in my home.
Dying in your home.
Silently as they came. The most recent sighting was taken in November of 2019, and this time the lights are much smaller and fly straight up. As you can see from these three videos. Number 13. This YouTube...
Do you remember when we saw that at the storage unit?
Oh my god, I was just thinking that.
That's literally what that looked like.
Except, instead of being that fast, it was multiple.
No, it was that fast.
Stars.
Yeah,
but it was multiple stars just
it was,
going and going and going.
It was weird.
In one straight line. In like a pattern, dude. It was fucking creepy.
Video posted by a user named Relly Kane doesn't have a source, but he claims it happened somewhere in Vermont. The creature looks a lot like the rake, except there appears to be two long and possibly razor-sharp arms jutting ahead to support its weight as it moves. The legs look very small and unnatural at 14 seconds in, and at 42 seconds, you can see its arms are way too long to be a human. However, at the 55-second mark, it looks like it could possibly be someone in a costume, leaning on two walking sticks. So what do you make of this? Number 12. A YouTuber named Steve Huff records what he suspects could be a paranormal sighting. At the Longleat House in England, built in the late 1500s, a spirit descends the steps and then continues to walk in midair in heavy, plodding footsteps.
That is just... Look at that.
Some people are claiming that this is some kind of hologram projection, while others say this is real. If you've ever been to the Longleat House in England, then let us know if this is just a tourist attraction, so we can settle the rumors once and for all. Number 11. Will Wild's Outdoor Adventures is a YouTube channel.
Hard pass.
Hard pass? No.
That's
No.
fucking stupid.
Yeah. No. No.
Channel focusing on interesting hikes through nature trails. This time, Will Wild is completely alone in the woods when he gets the feeling that he is being watched. His survival instincts tell him to pause and survey his surroundings, a decision that probably saves his life. Watch this part and tell me if you spotted anything before he zooms in, because I sure didn't.
There's a bear right there.
There's a what?
The bear.
There's no doubt that he would have kept going straight into its clutches if he didn't think to zoom in first. It's standing dead center in the path and looking straight at him, so maybe if it was even waiting in ambush, he turns around instead, but that doesn't exactly mean he's safe yet. Bears are notoriously curious and will follow hikers for a long time, especially if they are protecting their territory. So now Will has to keep making noises to keep the bear at bay. He is absolutely terrified, but he has to sound as brave as he can as he backpedals down the narrow path while screaming.
Hey, bear!
As you can see, there is tall vegetation on both sides, and he expects to be a goner at any moment from an unseen angle. Also, one false step could leave him with a twisted ankle and a wild bear steadily approaching.
Bear's way out. Hey, bear!
The trail
Who is
even
he calling
walks
for?
him.
That sounds like a mating call.
Followed. I think he took the best course of action considering the circumstances. But let me know what you're supposed to do in that situation.
Run?
If you made any mistakes.
Don't run.
Number 10.
What do you mean?
This public official.
Don't ever tell me not to run.
Don't run.
Fuck that shit. Tell me not
Costa
to
Rica
run.
is in the middle of a press release when a small wasp buzzes all around his face. The man is caught
trying to
up
kiss
with his
him.
speech and he doesn't
Look at that.
notice
Say,
it
give me some.
until he accidentally takes the wasp into his mouth.
Oh God.
Los debates naturales que hay en una zona tan importante como esta.
Oh!
Sin embargo,
You just eat it?
A man-
What?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
You just.
I hate bugs. Nope.
I don't know what to do right now. I don't know what to do with my hands. This fool just ate a bee. Look, you're right now. Shh. He's staring it in the eye right now. Look, staring it in the eye. Watch this.
member of the media.
Now it's about to kiss him.
Yes, he's the whole
He's
thing,
like,
but
"Nah, I'll
facial
take you
expression
full.
changes
I'll
to
take all of you.
anxiety as she puts her hands
All of
to her
you."
mouth in surprise, clearly waiting for him to scream.
He even gulped that shit like a champ.
You can see the wasp has a tiny stinger that could deal a lot of pain to the soft tissue of the mouth or gums. I'm amazed that he didn't get stung, or if he did, he played it off well. Number 9, a YouTuber named Dan Baines is the keeper of Mr. Fritz, a ventriloquist dummy that was once used to...
That's how every girl in my high school looked when they did their makeup. Every last one of them.
entertain the troops. During the 1940s, he's very old and has since fallen apart to the point where all that remains is his disembodied head. Mr. Fritz is believed to be possessed by the spirit of his creator, a man who lost his life in battle and refuses to rest in peace. Lately, Dan has been seeing and hearing things all around the antique, so he sets up a camera to record. It's 3:30 in the morning when the glass door pops open. I
His
don't
eyes
see a
open.
string. Do you? This happens again at around the same time the next night, except
Have you
this
seen
time
this
his
one?
eyes open.
No, look at his
String
eyes.
or no string.
Oh, I didn't even
Watch this
realize
time
that.
to tell me how a wooden ventriloquist dummy can open its eyes
It's like a
with
fucked
no
up
one
Pinocchio.
nearby. And if you zoom in for a closer look,
Hey,
you'll
gets the
see
long
two
nose,
orbs
too.
race by shortly after the case opens. I'm not saying that this video is impossible to fake, but unless this is an electronic prop that is being controlled with a remote, then I don't see how it can be done. Number 8. In 2015, a hacker known only by the screen name Foster was able to infiltrate these road signs
Oh, God.
and change them to messages that would send panic to residents of Tucson, Arizona. These road signs, which normally were used to simply warn of an oncoming lane change, instead were changed to talk about nuclear fallout and other hazardous materials up ahead. Take a look at the passable font, lettering, and spacing. It all looks normal and has no indication of being a prank. Based on this video, do you think you would have known it was fake? Or would it have been enough to panic you? Number 7.
You would have
A
heard
race
something
car
about it,
driver
though.
finds himself
Yeah,
in one
true.
of the worst predicaments possible when the steering wheel breaks off in his hand shortly after kicking it into high gear by itself. Judging by his right leg, it doesn't look like he hit the
Man's just scared.
Did you see him grabbing at that though? Oh no.
What do you mean grabbing at it? That thing like literally like shook into his hands. That it slid out just like perfectly and then fell into his hands. It didn't even look like he pulled it out.
No, after it fell out, he was trying. He was
Yeah,
still
he was
trying
like,
Like a
Bro.
little kid reaching for candy.
bro, reaching for candy. He's reaching for his life. What are you talking about?
Never mind. He didn't get that.
gas at all. The only thing left to do to keep from flying into the wall is pull the emergency brake, which he grabs immediately after fumbling a moment more with the now non-existent controls. The faraway look in his eyes at the end of it all says everything. He knows exactly how much danger he was in, and that he's lucky to still be alive. Number 6. This man's job is probably one of the most anxiety-producing careers in the world. Each day he has to check underwater pipes for clogs. You can't see anything down there, so the only way to check for clogs is to blindly feel around the outside of the pipe by hand. The red and black diver's outfit is the only thing separating his body from an entire system of stinking raw sewage. A single rip would flood him with endless waves of flesh-eating bacteria as he takes a final gulp of putrid wastewater. I think I seriously see duct tape around the gloves at the 5-minute 30-second mark, so I don't feel too good about this mission. Soon he is in over his head in the muck and fumbling around deep below. Look at how much sharp trash is around him. Glass and other pieces of trash float around the open-air sewer. I honestly can't believe he feels safe enough to
That's
do this.
nasty as
Here's another
hell.
part that is just giving me tons of anxiety.
No, ya. ¿Qué?
Nasty as hell.
Pues hay nada más no
You
me-
gotta get paid good for that shit.
No, lo que hay es mucho feo.
He takes off his helmet and continues talking while covered in the germ-infested wastewater like it's no big deal. I mean, his face is fully exposed, and this just seems like the time to get out of the outfit immediately, not stand around and talk. Number 5. A man creeps up on an unsuspecting woman as she enters her code into an ATM, laying low until she enters her PIN and then taking over the transaction by force, nudging her out of the way to make an involuntary withdrawal. He is completely unconcerned with getting caught and wears no disguise whatsoever as the woman struggles
Man,
for her car
dude.
to stop him. He later repeats the plan again, hiding out of sight until the last second, and then leaping into the person's car to go after the large wad of cash in their hand. The fact that he was doing this during broad daylight shows that there is no safe time to be at an ATM, so you have to constantly be on guard. Number 4. Passengers on a ride at the state fair dangle helplessly high in the air,
Oh, God.
unable to do anything but wait to be let off as technicians struggle to manually gain control over each of the 3 spinning sections. There's not much time to act and every second is precious. The ride stopped because of an electrical malfunction, which means it can possibly start up again at any moment and smash everything to pieces. Meanwhile, everyone's restraints are being tested to the max as they hang upside down with their full weight suspended in midair. A loose screw or moving part could send them into the concrete below. The workers have to level up the seats so that they are upright before lowering the ride. I can only imagine how high everyone's anxiety levels must have been, especially the family members watching from the outside. Number 3. These bizarre
That's why I
chittering
don't-
noises,
No,
recorded in the
that's
middle
why I
of
don't
the
do
woods
that.
at almost 3 a.m. were loud enough
why I don't
to
do
rattle
that.
the glass of the window in its pain. Tell me if you can identify this creature, because the uploader is certain that this is a skinwalker. I personally have no idea what a skinwalker even sounds like, but if this person lives in the woods and has never heard
I don't
anything
even
like
know.
this before, then I have no reason to doubt them. Number 2, it's 10 at night when a sphere of light
Paranormal
travels
activity.
across the living room of a YouTuber named Play With Me. Moments later, this spectral figure emerges from the same area where the light last went
Nope.
off to. Its see-through body is especially visible against the dark hardwood
Not doing it.
floor. As it crosses the room and walks straight through the door without opening it, there's no doubt that this is the sphere of a person. But is this editing or a real ghost is the real question. I've got a
I'm
challenge
gonna be honest.
for
It honestly did look a little fake. Like it was too slow of a person.
Like somebody was
And they-
deliberately walking through.
Yeah.
dark hardwood floor.
Look.
As it crosses the room and walks straight through the door without opening it, there's no doubt that this is the sphere of a person. But is this editing or a real ghost is the real question.
No.
I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because we upload a new scary video every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real
I'll
life,
be honest.
then go to my Instagram.
I love you,
at
Chills,
number-
but I don't give a shit.
Watch this part and give me your best guess as to what's moving. Round 2 is at the beach in number 1. A YouTuber named RJ32 is at the beach in Southern California when one of his kids sees a fast-moving round creature in the clear water. Watch this part and give me your best guess as to what this could be. And don't worry if you can't
Stingray.
tell yet, because you and
It's a
he are about to
stingray.
get a much closer look. RJ32 curiously walks over to where he last saw what he thinks was a flounder and starts kicking around. Panic sets in as he realizes he's uncovered a stingray that was trying its best to hide from him in the sand. I don't think the stingray is full grown, but take a closer look and tell me if I'm wrong. Mature or not, the tail seems like just the right size to go through your foot if you aren't careful. RJ32 gets a quick warning jab and is sent limping to the beach. If this is what a baby can do, I wouldn't like to see the work of an adult. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload.
Would you? Have you ever been to a beach around stingrays?
There's no stingrays, no.
No, but if you go to the zoo, I like petting the stingrays.
Clever.
Threadbeast is a men's clothing subscription company that has sent the latest streetwear to your house with
Their
every
mouths
single
are
one.
like
Ooh, and this box got weight to it, meaning it's a lot of clothes in there, so check it out.
Staple! Oh my gosh, I think
Number 15. 3 bankers have a conversation during a slow day when the silhouette of a child darts across the empty lobby. Watch.
Okay, we're already starting this one off. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
That kid was having a time of his life.
It
though.
was. It was going to try to find the Legos.
Like gallivanting.
This
Sent
party
me to
tried
the
change
doctors
the
for a
words
reason.
Immediately after.
I want the Legos.
The lobby area gets plenty of sunlight, and yet the figure looks completely covered by shade. Not a single detail is visible as it runs by, which makes this CGI or a shadow person. And when they go over to where it just was, nothing is there at all. You never hear the door open or any footsteps. It's simply gone. Number 14. Tiffany of the YouTube channel called Beauty and the Beastins is making a home vlog.
Told you.
When she turns the corner and passes something
Told you.
terrifying that she won't even notice until editing days later.
And two, he
Left
was
corner.
bringing in, like, all, was bringing
So,
in,
what's up, little
like,
girl?
all
This all-black outline looks to be about half her size and barely human. It's facing away, and its bald head is hunched over a wide cloak that extends to the floor. I was thinking
Dude,
this could
Dracula.
be a hat rack or something.
Look at his
except
hands.
it
Look at
appears
his
to be
fucking
in the
hands, like old school
bathroom,
Dracula.
And I can see one of
Oh my
its
God.
long metal hands poking out of an oversized sleeve. Judging
He
from
just
this
said it too.
video, I think this is either something paranormal or else a home intruder unlike any I have ever seen before. If I saw movement of any kind, I would have no doubt that this was real. Since the figure seems to stand completely still though, I will admit that I have my
He just, like,
doubts.
appears.
But more importantly, what do you think this is? Number 13. Tim, Sean, and Ben are going to explore a house in the back of the woods that is rumored to be where a clan of worshippers do all kinds of rituals. They wander around in the woods for a while until a rickety white house rises from the darkness. Inside, warnings
What
are
makes
spray
people
painted
even
all across
want to
the
do
walls in
this?
big dark letters, but they
Curiosity.
do not heed them and press on.
They're bored.
Curiosity gets you killed.
Curiosity
Boredom
is slight fear.
Gets you killed. Stay home. Brendan, 2021.
Tim, Sean, and Ben take turns breaking
Fun.
stuff and shoving it at each other. But suddenly, the three become very serious and quiet when they find a dungeon-like basement that leads straight down. The dark area smells extremely foul, and they cover their nose and mouths with their shirts to lessen the stench. The only thing down there besides them are two dolls hanging by their necks, or at least that's what they think. Suddenly, all three of them are running from what sounds like a creature with a low, throaty growl.
That was just probably someone scaring them just to get out of their lawn.
If this noise is real, then it almost has to be the end result of a terrible ritual that none of us are brave enough to see. Number 12. A man is
Where do you
all
get
by
ritual
himself
from?
when he hears a wild animal tearing through his home. Eventually, he corners it in the bathroom.
Oh
He
my
cautiously
God.
enters with a camera. This is what
Michael?
he records moments
Oh
before
my
he
not
God.
called the police.
Dad, that's where you been?
Dude, that's some homeless person trying to take a bath.
With a calm expression, like the uploader says, it's hard to tell if this was a human or not, and everything from genetic experiments to the rake has been suggested in the comments.
In other words, get the hell out! Get the F out!
Is this video real? And if so, what do you think it was? Number 11. This video, supposedly taken somewhere along the beaches of New York in 1959, shows an unknown creature wash the shore. It looks like it could belong to some sort of primate species, but its torso is a little too long and its arms are a little too short. Plus, its entire body is nothing but pure muscle, almost like it's been experimented on. In fact, a closer look reveals that this creature shares the combined characteristics of many different animals.
A
Can you
dog?
From a
see it?
panther to a
An
bear.
ape?
If this video is to be believed, then this creature hails from a mysterious nearby research facility called the Plum Island Animal Disease Center. Maybe it escaped the island on its own, or maybe it was improperly disposed of by workers after they were finished with it. Either way, what purpose it served, and what it has been infected with, if anything, has never been revealed.
Okay, you go outside, take the trash out, and all of a sudden you see that on the ground by the trash can. What do?
I'd look at it.
Well, no,
I would just be like,
Like,
what the fuck?
Get up close, like, I'd sit there and like fucking maybe like roll the bitch over or something.
Why? Poke it with a
Dude,
stick?
Yeah.
I would go inside and lay down, act like it was all a dream, like let
And then it's
somebody
still
else
there
find
later.
it. Dude, no, somebody else would have to find it. Okay.
I do think there's a possibility that this video is fake,
I
though.
would check that shit
It
out.
kind of looks like it was filmed in high
Fuck that.
definition with a grainy filter. Either way, let me know what you think about its authenticity. Number 10. A YouTuber named Monster Mike Fishing
He
may have
falls in.
landed his biggest catch yet, and it's nowhere near the ocean. His friend Jacob plugs the pipe so that their target can't escape, but now he has to reach into the murky waters to pull it out by hand. As soon as he announces that he's okay, this happens.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Oh my God!
At 6 minutes and 12 seconds, the snake opens its mouth, and Jacob is barely able to hang on with one hand. He almost drops it and then quickly catches it again before it has a chance to attack. Now Jacob grapples with the snake and they wrestle to a stalemate. He can't hold this position much longer and calls to his friends.
I need help.
Only when he is pulled out of the sewer do they realize how massive this reptile really is and how much danger he was truly in and how risky this truly was. Number 9. It's almost 3 a.m.
Okay.
I like snakes, but not like that.
That's. Don't mind like having a pet snake, but not
That's
that
not a
one
pet
fucking
snake.
big. Oh no! That's like way too much.
That is not a pet snake.
I know. That's my point.
When a snake is damn near the size of a car, that is not a pet snake. No, that's not how that works.
I would eat you.
And Sean Thug's girlfriend is heading out to work a late night shift. Soon she is calling her boyfriend, screaming about a man walking towards her. She claims the stranger was wearing no coat in absolutely freezing cold weather and came straight at her without a word. Sure enough, at approximately 33 seconds into this doorbell cam video, I can see a semi-transparent figure stomping towards her car at a high rate of speed. Then it turns around and abruptly disappears. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then watch this street lamp get covered briefly by the person's hollow outline as a reference point. Number 8. In 2017, a
Ew,
different
she got
hacker took
rushed.
his hobby to new extremes by setting off every emergency siren in Dallas, Texas at once in the middle of the night. Listen to this and tell me what would go through your mind. I would probably think that the end of my life was very near.
I've never felt
Thanks.
the possibility of disclosure. So definitely,
I don't give a shit. This dude.
And from the top of a tall building, the siren sounded even crazier. I assume the person recording this is looking up expecting to see fighter jets blow up everything in sight, because that's sure what it sounds like. As you can hear, nobody is able to shut this off. The city has effectively lost control. Whoever did this was never caught, and this incident really exposes how vulnerable our utility systems truly are to anyone with the right technological skills and devious desires. Number 7. This motorist is heading down the road when the car in front of them almost gets crushed by something completely unpredictable. Watch this part and you'll see absolutely nothing can be done to avoid this.
Oh my god. Oh my
The
god.
car in front screech its brakes at the
Okay, you ain't
last
gotta go
possible
do all that.
second as the falling telephone pole manages to land directly between two fast-moving cars. Everyone is lucky to be alive, especially considering that there was a bus stop full of people just 2 poles down from the one that mysteriously collapsed. Number 6. A YouTuber called Douglas Cash stands at the entrance of these caves in the Bahamas. The stunning scenery grows less colorful and more claustrophobic as he takes a few hesitant steps inside. Soon he finds himself staring down a tunnel that looks barely large enough to support a human when a wild shriek fills his ears. Listen to this and tell me what it could possibly be, animal or otherwise.
Well, you know I ain't going down yet, right?
Whatever it is, it sounds about me.
What?
I like how he
what
laughed.
did
He ain't going down there, is he?
you
Well, you know I ain't going down yet, right?
See?
It sounds about
I'm gonna go grab a
size,
donut.
but vicious enough to tear your throat out if given the chance. Even Douglas doesn't seem to recognize the menacing noise and decides not to go any deeper. But since he did come all the way out to this area by foot to do some exploring, he decides to hang around the cave entrance for just a bit longer. After all, it's brighter here.